Hey guys, so for this video I'm going to be sharing with you my sort of recent books that I've bought. All of these came from Barnes & Noble except for one that is I believe self-published, and I bought it straight off the author's website, and I'll share that one here at the very end. And I will link what I can down below. So here's all the books. Bam, that's it, end of the video. Just kidding. First one I got was, there's no order to these, I'm just grabbing books on the stack. So, Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Came out like 2020, it's been up for a couple years. It says, after receiving a frantic letter from her newlywed cousin, Naomi Oda heads to High Place, a distant house in the Mexican countryside. Naomi is unlikely a rescuer. She's a glamorous debutante, more suited for cocktail parties than amateur sleuthing, but she's also tough, smart, and not afraid. And I'm not sure if her name is Naomi, I'm just going by what it looks like to me. Nomi? Maybe it's Nomi. Anyway. As she begins to unearth stories of violence and madness, she is slowly drawn into the terrifying yet seductive world, a world that may be impossible to escape. This one here was, I Know What You Did Last Summer. This is one that if you've seen the movie's kind of old, like an older movie. I want to say it came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. I want to say late 90s, right? 98 maybe? But anyway, so this is just a reprint of the original book, which is what the movie was based off of, and it's by Lois Duncan. And I was looking for the original copy of this book, and I have quite a few Lois Duncan books already. I just happened to be looking through the young adult section, and bam, there it was. So I had to get it. It says they didn't mean it. They didn't mean to kill him. There was a party, and it was an accident, but they had futures to protect. So Barry, Julie, Helen, and Ray swore one another to secrecy. But now, a year later, someone knows. Julie receives a disturbing anonymous threat. I know what she did last summer. The dark lie is unearthed, and before the four friends know it, they need to outsmart the killer, or they will be the next to die. Boom, boom, boom. And then this one here was one I was really excited about getting. I take that back. I did not get this one at Barnes & Noble. I got this one at Target. It was cheaper at Target than it was at Barnes & Noble, so that's why I picked it up. But it's Survived the Night by Riley Sager. And it says, what if this ride was your last? So I'm really excited about reading this one. I think I'm going to read this one soon. It's November 1991. Nirvana's in the tape deck. George H.W. Bush is in the White House. And movie-obsessed college student Charlie Jordan is in a car with a man who might be a serial killer. This one here, I just really love the cover of. The Return. I just love the way the cover looks. It's just bright pink and just funky and cool. So, it says her friend disappeared and a stranger came back. Julie is missing and no one believes she will ever return, except Elise. Elise knows Julie better than anyone and feels it in her bones that her best friend is out there and that one day Julie will come back. She's right. 2 years to the day that Julie went missing, she reappears with no memory of where she's been or what has happened to her. This one here was one that I was really excited about getting. These Silent Woods by Kimmy Cunningham Grant. I was not actually gonna get this book, but they had it the buy one get one 50% or something. I think it was this book. And so I was like, well, I'm getting a little cheaper than I normally would, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pick it up. It is, again, I'm not gonna probably read the whole thing, I'll just kind of skim through it. For 8 years, Cooper and his young daughter, Finch, have lived in isolation in a robot. I'm having trouble reading, I don't know what the deal is. For 8 years, Cooper and his young daughter, Finch, have lived in isolation in a remote cabin in the northwestern Appalachian woods. That's exactly the way Cooper wants it, because he's got a lot to hide. Finch has been raised on the books filling the cabin's shelves and the beautiful but brutal code of life in the wilderness, but she's starting to push back against the sheltered life Cooper has created for her, and he's still haunted by the painful truth of what it took to get him there. Okay, so I was not planning to get 2 Grady Hendrix books, but I have read Grady Hendrix books before, and I've enjoyed them. I've read Sundown Motel? My Best Friend's Exorcism. This one here is Horror Store, and I think I would have got this book no matter what. The book looks so interesting. It's done like a IKEA catalog. Okay. And then it has like inside, it has like the inside like a IKEA catalog. So I just thought it was really cool. And it's based on, I'm gonna try to not read the inside because I have to open it up. So I'm gonna try to remember the whole synopsis here in my head. I have not read it yet, but from what I'm understanding, it is like an IKEA, but they don't call it IKEA. Actually, I guess apparently IKEA is actually talked about in here, but it's these people that work at this, what do you call IKEA? What kind of store is it? And these people work there, and each of they like when they're coming in, they keep noticing like things have been moved, things are different, it's just not the same as it was. So they decide to spend the night there to figure out what's going on, and apparently bad stuff happens. So that was really interesting. So I got this one, not planning to get the other one, but because this one was buy one, get one 50, I needed another book. So I got Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I was gonna get this one anyways eventually, so like I said, it was one I was wanting, but I just was gonna wait. And the thing that's kind of upsetting is they put a sticker on that sticker, the buy one, get one 50, and it like left a weird mark because I love the way this book feels. It's like that weird, like, I don't know, it's like the weird matte feeling to it. It's just, I don't know, it's just really interesting. So anyways, so this is another Grady Hendrix. In horror movies, the final girls are the ones left standing when the credits roll. They made it through the worst night of their lives. You're gonna have to wait. In horror movies, the final girls are the ones left standing when the credits roll. They made it through the worst night of their lives, but what happens after? From chainsaws to summer camp slayers, Grady Hendrix' fast-paced and wickedly humorous thriller, The Final Girl Support Group, pays tribute to and slyly subverts our most popular horror films, movies like The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Nightmare on Elm Street, and Scream. Lynette Tarkington is a real-life final girl who survived a massacre. For more than a decade, she's been meeting with 5 other final girls and their therapists in a support group for those who endured the unthinkable. Anyway, so those are all those ones. This one here was the one that I got. I ordered off the author's website. It is Hall of Mirrors by Charles Ash. I cannot talk. This is Hall of Mirrors by Charles Ash, and it is a retro thriller. So it's based in like the 90s, I believe, if I remember correctly. And it is about Danny is struggling through grief after the death of his twin brother. His father has abandoned his family, his mother's lost in their own grief, and his best friend just wants him to move on so they can have a great senior year. The only person that seems to understand his pain is the fortune teller at the local carnival, but her words haunt him. There is darkness in you. Most people die. When one of the Danny's schoolmates goes missing in the carnival's Hall of Mirrors, Danny begins to suspect that there's something more sinister behind the death of his brother, something evil that calls out to him, beckons him to enter the Hall of Mirrors. The other reason, okay, so I just liked the way the book looked, and it was just like everything was like total nostalgia, you know. The other thing was that it also has a gay main character, and so that was another thing I want to support. And then again, I'm supporting a small time author, you know, self-published, so the book was like $11. It wasn't too bad of a deal. So anyways, so I got the book. I pre-ordered it too, so that came in like right after I came back from Barnes & Noble. This book came in the mail, and so it came with the book. Came out with this really cool bookmark, and it came with I'm thinking this is a sticker of Tommy from the book, maybe? I don't know. Again, I haven't read the book, so I don't know. Did it say his name was Tommy? What was his name? Danny. So who's Tommy? I don't know. His twin brother? I mean, I have to read the book to find out. And then it came with this, which I'm assuming is another sticker, and it's another it says Hall of Mirrors, and that's the cover of the book, but it has this cool, like, foil words on the bottom, so I thought that was cool. So anyways, so that's that. That is my book haul. I hope you guys liked it. If you are interested, also I do vlogs and other plan with me's and just other kind of like random stuff that I like to do. And so if you're interested in any of that, you can check the stuff down below. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of share with you guys the books that I purchased recently. So if this is the kind of content that you like, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the little bell notification, get notified every single time I post. Follow me on my social media, list it down below. And until next time, please don't forget to always be you. Bye.